Breaking: WWE just accidentally revealed everything for Clash in Paris on Raw. Last night's final show before France contained hidden clues about Roman Reigns' secret plans, a shocking Cody Rhodes twist, and Jey Uso's betrayal that will change WWE forever. The crowd's unexpected reaction to Roman's promo told us everything. If you know what to look for, WWE just spoiled their own PLE. Smash that subscribe button now. We're breaking down all 5 secrets. Welcome to Star Gossip TV, where WWE's secrets never stay hidden. Last night's Raw in Birmingham wasn't just the final show before Clash in Paris, it was a treasure map of spoilers for what's coming this weekend. From Roman Reigns' shocking mention of Cody Rhodes to Jey Uso's secret backstage meeting, WWE gave us 5 major clues about the future. When Roman Reigns mentioned Cody Rhodes' name, the crowd booed the American Nightmare, and Roman's amused reaction told us everything. Meanwhile, Jey Uso was spotted in a deep conversation with someone who will change everything at Clash in Paris. We've analyzed every frame, decoded every expression, and uncovered what WWE really told us on Raw. Subscribe now, we're revealing all 5 secrets that will change how you see this PLE. When Roman Reigns stepped into the ring for his final promo before Clash in Paris, all eyes were on how he would address his upcoming match against Bronson Reed. But in a moment that sent shockwaves through the WWE universe, the tribal chief did something nobody expected. He mentioned Cody Rhodes' name. The reaction from the Birmingham crowd was instantaneous and electrifying. They booed the American Nightmare. This wasn't just casual disapproval. This was a visceral response that clearly surprised even Reigns himself. A smirk crept across his face, that familiar expression of predatory amusement that we haven't seen since his Bloodline days. This single moment revealed more than any scripted segment could have. The audience, once firmly behind Rhodes after his WrestleMania victory, is now showing signs of turning against him. Reigns' new OTC1 moniker, standing for One True Champion, directly contrasts Rhodes' QB1 identity, setting up a philosophical war for the soul of WWE. The fact that Reigns felt comfortable even mentioning Rhodes suggests that creative is already planting seeds for their eventual rematch. This isn't just idle speculation, it's a calculated tease that tells us the Reigns-Rhodes story is far from over, and that the clash of these 2 identities will define WWE's future. The crowd's reaction as unscripted storytelling. In the world of professional wrestling, crowd reactions are often the most honest form of storytelling. The Birmingham audience's decision to boo Cody Rhodes when Roman Reigns mentioned his name wasn't just a random occurrence, it was a culmination of months of subtle booking. Since winning the championship at WrestleMania, Rhodes has been positioned as the company's top babyface, but recent weeks have shown cracks in that foundation. His interactions with other superstars have carried an air of entitlement, his promos have focused more on his own legacy than the fans, and his refusal to grant Reigns a rematch has been framed as avoidance rather than strategic thinking. The crowd's reaction on Raw confirms that this narrative is working. WWE has been slowly turning Rhodes into a flawed champion, and the audience is beginning to respond accordingly. This doesn't mean Rhodes is becoming a villain, rather, he's evolving into a more complex character who might need to rediscover his connection with the WWE universe. For Reigns, this crowd reaction was validation that his time away has only increased his aura, and that the audience is ready to see him back in the championship picture. The boos weren't just about Rhodes, they were about Reigns' ability to manipulate crowd sentiment even when he's not the champion. Jey Uso's secret meeting and the coming betrayal. Backstage during Raw, cameras caught Jey Uso in what appeared to be an intense conversation with an unidentified figure in a shadowy corridor. While no audio was available, body language told the entire story. Jey was leaning forward, speaking urgently, while the mystery person nodded along. At one point, Jey glanced over his shoulder exactly like someone who didn't want to be seen. This wasn't a casual chat, this was a strategic discussion. Given that Jey is scheduled to compete in the fatal 4-way match for Seth Rollins' World Championship at Clash in Paris, this secret meeting suggests that not everyone is entering that match with pure intentions. The most likely scenario is that Jey was meeting with someone from Roman Reigns' camp, possibly even Reigns himself. Despite their public animosity, the brothers have always had a complicated relationship, and Jey might be considering a shocking return to the bloodline fold. Alternatively, he could be plotting with someone else entirely, maybe even CM Punk or LA Knight, to ensure that Seth Rollins doesn't leave Paris with the championship. This secret meeting tells us that the fatal four-way match won't be a straightforward contest. It will be filled with alliances, betrayals, and game-changing moments that will reshape the main event scene for months to come. The merchandise war that foretells the future. Roman Reigns' return with his new OTC1 merchandise line isn't just a business decision, it's a narrative one. The deliberate contrast with Cody Rhodes' QB1 branding creates a clear visual and philosophical divide between the two superstars. On Raw, Reigns was prominently wearing his new gear, and the cameras made sure to get multiple close-ups of the logo. This kind of focused attention tells us that WWE is investing heavily in this new identity for Reigns, positioning him as the one true champion, who never actually lost his title fairly. The merchandise tease suggests that Reigns' path back to the championship will be framed as a righteous reclaiming of what was always his, rather than a simple rematch. This narrative allows Reigns to maintain his top-tier status even without the belt, and sets up a future showdown with Rhodes where the story isn't just about the championship, but about who truly represents the heart of WWE. The fact that this merchandise rollout is happening now, weeks before SummerSlam, tells us that the Reigns-Rhodes rematch is coming sooner rather than later, and that it will be positioned as the biggest match of the year. The final segment that spoiled the PLE. The closing segment of Raw featured Seth Rollins addressing the crowd about his fatal four-way match at Clash in Paris. While his promo was standard babyface fare about overcoming odds, it was the camera work and production choices that revealed the most. During his speech, the cameras repeatedly cut to specific individuals in the crowd, first a group of fans wearing CM Punk gear, then a section dominated by LA Knight supporters, and finally a close-up on Jey Uso backstage watching on a monitor. This selective focus tells us exactly how WWE views each contender's chances. The emphasis on Punk suggests he's the wild card who could walk away with the victory. The attention on Knight indicates he's the dark horse that the audience should take seriously. And the focus on Jey Uso, watching alone backstage, hints at his potential isolation and eventual betrayal. Most tellingly, the camera never once cut to Bronson Reed during this segment, despite him being in a high-profile match against Roman Reigns at the same event. This suggests that Reed is viewed as expendable, someone who exists primarily to make Reigns look strong heading into his next championship pursuit. These production choices are never accidental, they're carefully crafted to tell a story before the bell even rings. So what does this all mean? WWE just told us that, 1. Roman Reigns vs. Cody Rhodes 2 is happening sooner than we think. 2. The crowd is turning on Cody faster than anyone expected. 3. Jey Uso is planning something big at Clash in Paris. 4. The merchandise war reveals the long-term storytelling. 5. Production choices spoiled who's really important. The biggest question, will Jey Uso betray Seth Rollins to rejoin Roman? Or is something even bigger coming? What do you think will happen? Will Jey Uso turn heel in Paris? Is Roman winning the title back soon? Could Cody Rhodes actually become a villain? Drop your predictions below. Subscribe now, because when Clash in Paris happens, we'll have live breaking coverage. 100K subs equals 24/7 Paris updates.